ready for takeoff.
We are cleared for takeoff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to take flight in your community and in your life. This is Audio Airstrike.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Everett Hall-McNeill. This is another edition of Audio Airstrike. And I'm going to be honest with you. It never fails. It never, ever fails. It never, ever fails. American culture is being picky and choosy once again. And I'm here to talk about it. Listen, when it comes to teaching our young people the culture of sports, when it comes to teaching about a certain level of regimen, dedication, preparation, character, all of these things, a lot of that can be taught through sports. So it's very interesting to me that a lot of people put kids in sports for those reasons. It's some people, it's for they want the accolades, they want to brag on their kid. It's for selfish reasons. Look, I understand, but I get that point, but it shouldn't just be about that. It should be about them learning things within the game and outside of the game that they can apply to everyday life. That's what the bigger goal should be. But it seems like to me that depending on how the athlete looks, that there is favoritism shown. And let me tell you something. I've had my fair share of moments where there was definitely favoritism in sports. Let me be honest with you. I was not a great athlete at all. People look at my size. I am over 6 feet. I am African American. The first thing somebody would say is, you probably be great in basketball. Then they would see me play, and then it would go from the interest would just die down real quick because I sucked in basketball. There was nowhere else that I was trash. My hand-eye coordination was off. I was terrible. It was bad. Like, it was hefty trash bag. Throw this dude out in the garbage bad. It was terrible. Nobody wanted me out in the court. Not because I was a savage and tearing people on the court. It's just because I sucked. But here's the thing. I found what I was great at and excelled at and learned the life lessons that I needed to learn through that. I'm now a podcaster and a filmmaker. So I found what I was good at. And while that's a good thing, when it comes to being an athlete or being on a team, when I was on a basketball team and I wasn't the greatest, or when I was on a baseball team and I wasn't the greatest, there was favoritism shown. It just was. I sucked, so there was no favoritism given to me. But if oddly enough, if you were the best player on the team, there was a certain level of favoritism that you could get away with. Why? Because you were the best person on the team. If you were a significant role player, there was some favoritism that you can get away with. If you were a closer, somebody that could do the dirty work on the team and just clean everything up in the crucial moments, you were getting a certain level of favoritism. Your value and what you provided athletically with the team gave you a certain level of favoritism. It was not fair at all. Favor wasn't fair. Favor is never fair in sports at all. It's never fair. You are never going to sit over here and see a trash athlete get a whole bunch of perks. It's not happening. And I don't mean perks like the drug. I'm talking about perks like rewards. Understand that, folks. That's a totally another topic for another time. But my thing is this, right? Salute to Maryland native Salute to Maryland native Angel Reese. She brought the championship to LSU, the Final Four championship to LSU. Now, folks, I don't have no problem with trash talking. I think trash talking is needed in sports. I think that if used right, it can be a good motivator. If used wrong, it can be bullying, but that's a whole nother topic for another time. However, there was flack that she was given due to an incident where she did the Tony Ayo / John Cena gesture to one Caitlin Clark, who did it previously to her in a game earlier. If you're going to talk trash and say things back and forth, it just comes with the territory. Trash talking, if you initiate it, you can't sit over there, initiate it, then play victim. You can't do that. You can't sit over there and pick and choose when it's cool to trash talk. Trash talking is doggone near essential in sports, in my personal opinion. You can choose whether or what not to use it. But here's the problem that I have with a lot of people. The media got into a frenzy, right? They sat back in here, got a frenzy over Angel Reese doing it, but they didn't shed no form of shade toward Caitlin Clark doing it, which was the whole reason that Angel Reese responded. I think you guys have listened to 200 and enough episodes to understand where I'm going with this one. It's all right if they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. To quote Moneybagg Yo, we have sat back over here and have seen this before. So when she did it, it was passionate. It was fiery. We like that. But the second that a black woman does it, it's an issue. And she didn't do it just to do it. It was in response to her doing it. Folks, we cannot sit over here and it is crazy to me how race is initiated so deeply to the point that we don't even, sometimes the way we act, we don't even realize how racy that comes off. Pun intended. If your skin is a certain hue, it is viewed as passion, it is viewed as fiery, it is viewed as you care about the game, it is viewed as electricity, fiery passion. If you are a couple shades darker, you are viewed as unprofessional, being a bigot, all of this stuff. Because there has been a level of systemic racism built into this country so long that people don't even realize they're acting this way until somebody of a certain hue corrects them. And it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. And the thing I hate about sports is it went from, look, when I was coming up in sports, there was trash talking on hand. You was going to get these jokes if you initiated the trash talking, especially if you lost. It just came with the territory. But now we want to be picky and choosy about, oh, well, you can't say this for this and this reason, but the other person can? That's cool? That's cool to sit over there and give them that pass? When they initiated the trash talk, because keep in mind, Caitlin Clark initiated the whole exchange in a game prior. Angel Reese did the simple thing of responding. I see nothing wrong with that. But because she is an African American woman, it's an issue. in sports, we are reminded that yes, we are adored to a point for our athletic abilities. But when we express ourselves in a way that is not culturally pleasing to some people that don't understand our culture, it is an issue and a problem all of a sudden. And that is jaded and wrong. And I also want to reiterate this, right? And another thing, after the media did a hoopla with all that, Jill Biden decides that she wants to invite Iowa to the White House. Since when do we hand losers precipitation trophies? When do we do that? When do we give the loser of a game a severance package? When do we give the person that didn't act right in school a gold star? When did we start doing this? So what that basically told me is when I saw it, and I hate to say it, you ain't comfortable with LSU and this black girl, so let me bring the Iowa people in so I feel more comfortable. Excuse me? To me, if that ain't a little bit, not even a little bit, if that ain't racial, I don't know what is. That's not cool. You can't sit over there and literally reward the people that lost the game. They lost. They're in second place. They lost. Jill Biden, they lost. Why are you in? It don't make no type of sense. What that basically told me was, you're not comfortable with this girl, with her attitude, with that fiery attitude, that ain't nothing wrong with it. And she stood on 10 about how she acted. She was like, look, I'm not apologizing. Matter of fact, I don't need to go to the White House with Joe Biden. I'd rather have Michelle Obama reach out to the team. It never ceases to amaze me how picky and choosy we are of what's comfortable to us. Now, granted, I get it. We're not going to all mesh. We're not going to all agree. We're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But good God, can y'all just stop being like, y'all try so bad to, and when I say y'all, I don't mean like specifically all white people. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the ones that just do these passive aggressive racist stuff. And that could be anybody. That could be anybody. It ain't just white people. But I'm saying I'm tired of these people that passively aggressively do racial stuff and try to mask it as something else. I could make an argument. Maybe Joe Biden didn't even want the LSU girls there. I could make that argument all day long. And reading all of this and seeing what's happening is, man, we will do our damnness, man, to always be the divided states of America. It never fails. It is ridiculous. Like, this is a young woman's game. With trash talk sports, whoever needs to lose. Whoever wants to win will win. And then they should be rewarded as such. Not having these middle-aged 30-year-old people, 40-year-old people, 50-year-old people talking about she's wrong for her gesture and doing this and that. Why you ain't say nothing to the girl that was sitting over there antagonizing her a game earlier? Trash talking her a game earlier. You cannot be picky and choosy. If you do, we already gonna see your true colors when it come out. I'm telling you, man, social media has really exposed how some of y'all really feel. It never, ever fails. Y'all sit up there and y'all hide behind an account, a tweet, a burner account to really say how you feel. And I'll be honest, if you that bold to get on a public platform and call somebody a name because you don't like how that particular person trash talk, and even though if you have all the evidence right there as to what took place and you still coming at this African-American woman, it lets me know further that you really are just kind of biased. Trash talking is a thing with sports. Y'all acted like she called her a dirty name you can't say on FCC Airways. I'm tired of this. The deeper the melanin is, the more disrespectful they are. Well, you know how racist of a mindset that is? To subconsciously make and generalize somebody that looks a certain type of way, somebody that looks close to my skin complexion, that they're automatically disrespectful if they are doing something such as typical sports talk trash. Like, what are we doing here? And it just exposed, like, y'all will take the fun. That was a great game. That was a great style of play. Shout outs to all the winners. And Iowa may better luck next year, I guess. But y'all shouldn't be allowed to go to the White House. You kidding me? But I don't like, I grew up, if you lost, you lost. If you won, you won. If you want to trash talk, you can do your trash talk, but you got to be able to handle what you get back. Caitlin Clark just has to handle what she got back. Case closed. Why are we sitting over here being sensitive towards stuff that is typical in sports? It was some harmless trash talk going on, and that was it. Nobody's identity was threatened. Nobody's livelihood should be threatened. No, if you lost, you shouldn't be getting a consolation prize. That's not how this works. In life, you are going to lose, and there are some things that you are going to win. And the thing that is going to either accelerate your maturity or hinder it is how you respond. They teach you that in sports. But this stuff that I see grown people doing, I'm talking about people that are older than me. It's crazy. That's crazy. To turn around and do stuff like that is nuts to me. I don't understand it. Because we run with this trope of African American women are a certain type of way. And I don't like it. Black women are just as classy, just as respectful, just as graceful as any other woman of any ethnicity ever. They are just as classy, just as respectful, just as brilliant, just as smart. And because of systematic racism and because of a very negative ideal that was programmed into a mass amount of people, if a black woman stands up for herself and gets them jokes off and trash talks with you back, she's disrespectful. She don't look at her. Look at her. Disrespectful. Who does she think she is? Disrespectful. No respect for other people. That's how y'all sound. Looking goofy. And then y'all turn back around, cuss somebody out, flip the middle finger off, show your tail, show stuff you shouldn't be showing in front of a camera, all that type of stuff. But you want to come at black women? Man, come on. And don't even have an age limit as to what black women you coming all across. Y'all will turn around disrespect 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 80 plus. All because deep down you have this warped, delusional mindset that black women are disrespectful. They don't know how to talk to people. Look at them. Look at that. Well, that's how y'all sound. Y'all don't like the impression, but that's how y'all sound. Some of y'all. Luckily, the ones that got common sense don't act like this. But some of y'all do, and it's heinous and it's wrong. A bunch of Karens and Kens sitting on Twitter having a hate fest. Who the hell want to listen to that? Y'all got to do better, man. It's young people playing a freaking basketball game. You don't think trash talk is going to happen? So when you got on the court when you was younger, was everybody a saint walking around just saying, oh, excuse me, sorry, my bad? No. There was trash talk going on. If you got bumped, they would talk trash to you if you were down on the asphalt. That came with the game. You either shut them up by making a play or saying something back. I'm not saying you got to be heinous in what you say back, but good grief, it ain't got to go to, you're disrespectful. Look at you. Almost like you wanted to say, this disrespectful black woman, how dare she say that to her? We cannot be picky and choosy about stuff like this, especially something as innocent as a women's championship game. Like, come on, y'all. This is getting ridiculous now. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not surprised because some people have not done the due diligence to educate themselves on how to be better human beings, that they have become so stuck in their ways. And it kind of is a little, I got a hard time really feeling sorry for somebody that just flat out refuses to grow. I got a hard time feeling sorry for somebody that doesn't educate themselves to a higher level of understanding. Because if you had a higher level of understanding, you would realize and understand and also appreciate and respect how intelligent black women are, how smart black women are, and also how bright black women are. And also the energy that is brought into the room when a black woman enters in. See, I can speak to that because I grew up around it. And because of the inability to respect others, you guys are missing out on that gift, on experiencing that gift, seeing that gift, and what have you. It is different. It is a unique level of intelligence. It's a unique level of grace. It is a unique level of understanding and appreciation, and the preparation that they do to tackle whatever they got to tackle throughout the day, despite what they deal with from a societal standpoint. That is something to be admired. That is something to be appreciated. That is something that we should cherish, honestly. But because of the mindset that some of these people have within the sports world, they don't cherish it. So that's their loss. That's their loss at the end of the day. Because we thrive and actually grow more when We learn from other cultures, where we learn from people that don't necessarily look like us. We learn and grow and get better and have a better understanding, and also grow better as a human being when, and I'm not saying we have to agree with everybody's ways of culture and ways of life, and that's not what I'm saying, but it's better to have the idea and also have the knowledge of how people move so you understand respectfully where people are coming from. That's it. It don't take all the hate and the what is that person doing? It don't take all that. You are literally stifling yourself. You're not hurting anybody but yourself. The level of ignorance that I saw shown towards Angel Reese was nuts and crazy and should have never happened. It was crazy. And I encourage everybody to understand, man, that y'all have got to stop trying to put a pacifier on how sports should be run, especially when it comes to certain people. You can't be picky and choosy about what athletes should do or what athletes should not do, because other athletes and other people that love the game are watching, and you will be held accountable. That's just the reality of the situation. If you had a problem with Angel Reese doing what she did, maneuvering how she was maneuvering, because whether you like it or not, she got her trash talk back against Caitlin Clark, but she handled it with grace, with style, with respect, with a high level of intelligence, and she let her play back up the jester. Some of y'all can do gestures all day, but ain't got the play to back it up. She did all that. And maybe that's why y'all upset, because some of y'all don't have the ability to play. Some of y'all were like me, playing a game of basketball. Grade A hefty bag trash. At least I embraced the fact that I was trash at basketball. Some of y'all are just delusional and have not embraced it. Y'all don't like being accountable whether you're good at something or not. Y'all just sit back over there and just and then because you ain't good at something, you hate on the next person. See, that is a very, very small-minded mentality. I encourage y'all. I really do. I really, really hope that y'all learn to grow and be more open-minded and learn from different people that necessarily didn't grow up the way that you grew up, don't look the way that you look, that don't hang out at the same places you hang out, because that's how you grow and get better. How are we going to grow as a society and y'all keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? You're not. So I encourage y'all. Maybe this is a lesson that we still have work to do when it comes to getting to know people that are different from us. At the end of the day, that's what this all says to me. And we need to keep sports. Let the trash talk happen. Obviously, if it goes out of line, we have a protocol that handles that. But let the trash talk happen. Let these ladies played a great game, regardless of who you were rooting for. These ladies played a phenomenal game. And I'm excited to see what's next. But this little picky and choosy undercover racism that y'all doing, we not buying it. We see right through it. We see right through it all the time. We see right through it all the time. So, with that being said, I wanted to close this episode of Audio Airstrike. Make sure that you guys tune in throughout the month of April, because I'm going to be bringing on a guest that has just done a lot of life-changing stuff for people. And I'm going to bring that guest on, and definitely there's going to be some jewels dropped by this person. And it is very, very awe-inspiring to sit back and watch what this person has done with the collective that he has grown and started, and he's put other people in positions to win. So I gave you a little bit of a teaser as to who it might be. And when I have this person on, you are going to know full blast his story, how he came up, and also his mentality moving forward, now being in the position of leadership that he is in. So definitely tune in, because we will have this special guest on the show soon. So with that being said, this has been another edition of Audio Airstrike. Make sure you watch our full episodes will be on YouTube. Our short clips will be on TikTok, and also our teaser trailers and some exclusive little small clips will be also on our Instagram as well. All right. So you can catch us at all these platforms under one name, Audio Airstrike. You type it in, you'll be able to see the content. Guys, I appreciate you. And also, we are going to be releasing our Patreon content soon. I will have a rollout for that shortly, so we will be doing that as well. All right. So with that being said, this has been another edition of Audio Airstrike. Thank you for joining me once again, and I'll be back with another episode as always. Until next time, everybody, y'all take care.